Recording. Okay, so this is SignalTrader trading system, introduction of the new robot mode. I always said I'd never write a robot, and I don't like robots. And I don't like robots. I don't like robots that just run and run and run. However, I know Sai's been using this robot in a just run and run and run and had quite a lot of success with it today. The reason I'm not a robot person, although I've built one accidentally, is because I still think there's such a human element in trading, especially with things like news and events and things that are happening that you can't allow for in technicals. Because SignalTrader obviously is a computer-based trading system, so it's a technical trading system. So basically, what the robot mode is an extension of what SignalTrader already does. It's the robots part of it, if you like, is looking for a specific trade setup, and I'll show you what that trade setup looks like if we've got one, which we haven't got one at the moment. New Zealand Chief. Let's just go and have a look at that. This is a robot trade. In fact, so yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was yes, it was overnight. New Zealand Chief SignalTrader. This trade has actually opened last night, and you can see congestion was showing here. And SignalTrader seen all the gold. And what happens is when SignalTrader sees gold, that's the yellow lines up there. I like to call them gold lines above the pair, and it's congested. So if we had some gold here as well, that is a trade setup for SignalTrader to say we're going to go short for a while. Now, I personally like to go and check the trades that SignalTrader's robot brings up, but this one looks like a good one, and it actually came down, and you'll see the green line. So my entry order was in here, and SignalTrader moved it down and moved it down and kept moving it down, then moved it back up with a pair. And you're probably going to go, why didn't it stop and why didn't it let it take the trade? Because SignalTrader's entry management system is a lot like its stop management system. So what it's actually doing is it's monitoring the market for what it thinks is the right environment for it to take the trade. And obviously down here, it didn't, although it looks good, it wasn't really good. And that's proved in the pudding. Look, it just bounced straight off this. Look at this dotted white line that SignalTrader's drawn here. It's just bounced straight off of it, back up to here. So they've gone up to get some more sellers, I should think. And we're in a long-term weekly bearish trend. In fact, this pair is actually in a sort of wedge, not a wedge. If you look at the daily, this pair is in a kind of there's a kind of bearish kind of flag thing. So I can expect it to come back down to here, but it's taken it. So SignalTrader spotted the trade at 2300 hours, like midnight last night, just about, and it's still sitting there waiting for it to happen. That's okay. It's still SignalTrader's still holding it. When the time's right, when the environment's right, and there's enough pressure in the market, SignalTrader will let it take it. And in fact, I think it may be any time now. See how the red dotted line, that's the short stop, has just jumped up to here. That is a sign that this trade will be on in a minute, or could be on in the next few hours. At the moment, it's not really doing anything. So, and there is a bit of New Zealand dollar news. So how do you set the robot up? First of all, you need to install the new order manager. You need to be running version 2.3. The second thing you need to do is, if you look on the web page, you'll see this new thing that says robot mode. Just there, and all you do is you select it to yes and hit update, and the robot mode will be turned on. So when it sees that trade setup, so basically a reversal signal inside congestion, when it sees that trade setup, it'll put an order on, an entry order. So it doesn't put a trade on, just puts an entry order on to say, it's like making a note almost to say, I think this is going to be a good trade. Who's that just turned up? Oh, hi Andy. Andy's a bit late. So carrying on with this, so what the robot soft part of the system is using, it's just part of the system, is it's looking for a reversal signal like this inside congestion. So if we got a gold signal there, and I hadn't got a New Zealand Chief short on it, it would generate a New Zealand Chief short. And it does kind of make sense, doesn't it? If you look at where it is now and where it's been, it keeps trying to kind of break through back down through here, through this support line, but it's just not doing it yet. So they've gone back up to get some more sellers. So what's going to happen? I don't know, to be honest, but we'll wait and see. Obviously, SignalTrader manages the trade from while it's an order, it manages it all the way through to the completion of the trade. Okay, so the other thing you'll notice about SignalTrader robot orders is in the comments field. This is the comments field here. It says ST robot instead of the normal one. That's a manual one that I placed earlier. It says ST, stands for SignalTrader robot. So you can tell which ones of the trades are robots. In fact, so if you say, the other thing you need to do, the reason you need to keep an eye on these trades is that, let's say you've got 5 to 10 trades sitting in there ready to go, you might want to go and turn the robot off. It'll carry on everything will carry on working. It just won't generate any new trades if I set that to no. So if I go into here, I click on that and I set it to no and update. Okay, now the robot is switched off. Everything else works in SignalTrader as it used to. Okay, so I can still do place update order on there, get my $CAD order. But if I turn the robot on, when it sees that trade set up, it'll put the order on automatically because it's a strong trade setup. Sai actually ran it today without touching any of the trades, unlike me. Unlike me, because I'm quite cautious, so I kind of double check everything. And his results for running the robot, he actually came out 276.91 profit, which isn't bad going. So there's two ways of doing it. You can either just let it do its thing and just leave it alone, okay? But I'm quite cautious, so I do things like I'll close all the orders before the news if there's some serious news coming up. The other thing is I like to look at is I'll look at the width between the lines. So if I think the target's too small, I might take it off. But again, SignalTrader trading system, you use it how you want. Some people use SignalTrader alongside other trading systems or other theories or other things that they do. That's okay. That's fine. That's the whole point of it. Is it's a selection of tools that can be used together. But the reversal things have been very good. I got 114 pips in one trade on Tuesday. I'm looking for this one. This one's going to be. Let's go and see how much it is. So we're looking for about 75 pips in one trade there, in the retracement back down again, which will tie in with this. Makes sense. The trade makes sense. If I look at a trade it doesn't make sense, I'll take it off. So here's this Aussie Chief one. Now if we look at this was one that actually I think it entered kind of here, and then it stopped out because it came back on itself quite quickly. That happens sometimes, okay, because they come back to get more buyers. That happens. You will lose trades, just in the same way that with any trading system you will lose trades, okay, but it's minimizing that, and that's the whole point of the order manager and stop loss system that SignalTrader has, because actually the entry is only a small part of the trade. Managing the trade is actually almost as important, if not more important, than the entry, because you can have a really good entry but not take, but the trade can go against you. So for instance, you could have a really good entry. You could have entered it here. It came down here, and for no reason, it's gone back up again because they want to get some more sellers. But so you stop out. Well, that's life. That's okay. But the key to this trade. The reason I wouldn't take this trade. Look at the white lines. They're very close together, aren't they? What's the distance between those white lines? 50 pips. I don't think any. It's just not. They're just too close together for my liking. Okay, so I'd have to risk too much to do it. And in fact, look at the risk reward ratio is 1.42 to 1. So at the moment, I wouldn't take a trade on that. And if I saw the ST robot doing it, which it shouldn't do at that ratio, then I would cancel it. I think what actually happened was that there was congestion here with this gold. And at that point, there was just about enough to make it, so that the risk reward was just right. So it's kind of just within the threshold, but then it kind of dropped out. So yeah, look, P&R risk. So I wouldn't have taken that one. In fact, we've just hit 8:15. Let's just see what little trades they're on. Let's do a little refresh. This page auto refreshes, by the way. Probably didn't know that. Okay, so that's the robot. So basically, it's all controlled by that little drop down there, and hitting the update button. If you see this as well, consider reversal euro yen, and they've both got boxes around them. Worth going to have a look at them. So let's go and have a look at the euro yen. fact, I think I've already got a buy order sitting on it, and I'll show you why. Euro yen. Okay, euro yen. What you can do with this, because they all come in a funny order. I know some people manage to sort them into a proper order, but I was looking at this one earlier, and I quite like this because although everything has been bearish for a while, it all started up here. Okay, let me just get my pen going. So it all started here. You see there's a short signal, not a very strong one, and then it kind of came down here, came down here. Any longs would have been stopped out here, and it just dropped like a fly down here. And now we've had, since about here, this area here, in fact, it's starting to head up towards my order. You see what I like about this is overall it's a bullish pair, so it's gone against the trend. So what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully come back up. I've set my target to this white dotted line here, which is probably actually a bit far, but well, I'd like to see at least halfway up on this one. But this is a manual trade. There's no robot in it. It's just what I'm going for with euro yen. Always flip to the daily chart to have a look. Let me just get rid of these lines for you. I'll do that. That's it. Right, there's the daily chart. What does the daily chart look like? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? You've got a kind of, does that look like a bullish trend to you? And where are we? We're right at the bottom of it. So it makes it quite likely that it will turn its tail, and maybe will it head back up here? Will we head back up to this sort of level here? So we've got this long, this sort of thing going on. Will we head up there? I don't know, but SignalTrader seems to think it will, and we've got this weekly trend sitting there. So to conform to that, so let's just get rid of those lines for you. So that's why I think this little target here is quite a good one. Now it is quite late at night, so minimum target we can get is the first white dotted line, 48 pips, 119 pips. This one's probably a bit, that's a great drop, isn't it? Good grief. So I think what I'm going to do is just move this target down inside, because it is the night here in the UK where it's freezing, because I've got my heating turned off because I've got a very noisy radiator pump. So just put that down there. So that's going to be my target tonight. It's about 114 pips profit, but it's got to actually get there. Now, what happened is, in fact, SignalTrader will move my entry until such time as there's enough strength in the market to warrant it breaking that and carrying on up. And you know what I found since I did the maths and everything behind this and this management system is that I was one of the classic things traders do. The whole thing about this entry system that we've got with SignalTrader is that 100% of the time when I look at it, I think, oh, I should have gone in earlier. But SignalTrader's right to hold it out until we're actually ready to go. Because I just think that that most traders go in too early and then you stop out. So by using this system where it actually, you see, it's actually moved the entry order up, even though it's going up, it's moved the entry order up because SignalTrader is going, well, we're not ready yet. We're not ready to go. Although the euro's nice and weak and the yen is very strong. It's over. The yen is oversold. The euro's overbought. I mean, that's a huge drop in not a lot of time. So they're going to have to at least square that up halfway if they're going to continue down. But I think it's more likely they're going to take it straight back up again. Or maybe they'll take it up tomorrow. Or maybe they'll take it up the next day. Well, they won't take it up the next day Saturday, and there's no trading. But some of these entry orders that we get from SignalTrader, that it sits there and follows, can hang around for a day or two, and that's absolutely all right. Because the signal is valid, it just we just need to wait for the right time in the market. Unfortunately, with most trading systems, you're entering orders when you're ready, not when the market's ready. Whereas with SignalTrader, we're trying to enter the trade when the market's ready. Now, something else I want to talk a bit about is judging when to take an order off if it has to come off early. Now, one of the things, if you trade against the trend, which I don't like trading against the trend, okay, I always much prefer to trade with the weekly trend to look for logical with a weekly pressure on. So that's why I like this trade, because it's a potential bullish move. If you, I'll show you one I had earlier, which was actually a robot trade, which I think was this one here. Okay, Aussie US dollar. SignalTrader put the robot trade on. Now it actually entered kind of here-ish. Let's draw a little line around here. So it entered kind of here, and immediately this gold and silver started showing. I was thinking to myself, I'm taking that off, and I took it off in profit with about 3 pips. And what's it doing? It's coming back up now. What I should have done is shouldn't have put it on, let it stay on in the first place. Let me show you why. Because the pressure is where it's bullish. The pressure is bullish on it. So, that I got it did go a little way down, but it hasn't got the power. So what actually this probably is a hook. Okay, it's from this rally here. They've got to come back halfway there to square that up, even though they've done it days afterwards, and now they're probably going to carry on going up. But look at the targets; they're all very, very small. So I'm not going to be taking any trades on that tonight, unless SignalTrader decides to do it. I mean, it may well be that it carries on down, but it's I've got a choice of trades. So what I tend to do when I go to sleep, I'll leave it all on and then see where we are in the morning. So that's that. I think that's all I'm going to say on that subject of the robot. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to say. So that's about half an hour. So has anyone got any questions? You can type it in the chat box. That would be very useful. Okay. Just will it work on all pairs which are open on the MT4 charts? It will work on everything that is on the currency meter. So, for instance, it won't work on gold or silver. It's quite funny because it used to be called SignalTrader, but it won't work on gold or silver or anything like that. It has to work on what's in this matrix because it uses the currency meter to find trades. But that's quite a few pairs. That's a lot of pairs. So the chart. Let me think now. No, the chart has to be open. Now the reason is because what happens, this indicator is not just not just a pretty face, so to speak. The indicator's actually got tons and tons of maths going on for that pair. So each chart, it's doing loads and loads of maths. Yeah, only the 8 majors and crosses of them, and that's a lot of pairs. I am going to be talking to Belfour FX shortly about what the chances of us being able to trade stocks with it as well. Or looking at a solution where we can trade stocks as well. So because I quite fancy that, expanding into stocks and shares, but that would be a different story. And that's kind of sitting at the back of my mind somewhere. Yeah. So basically, it's the 8 majors and crosses of them, but then that's okay. Right. Lot size. Oh yeah, very good question. Thank you so much for asking that question. I should have. Oh dear, where are you going over there? Right, lot size. The robot will take the lot size from the middle one, from the middle medium risk lot size. So, let me just show you that with my little marker. So basically, whatever's in this box. That's not really a circle. It's a kind of wiggle. It looks like a donut. Hungry. Whatever's in that box, well, basically that's what it'll use as the lot size. So you can set the lot size you want it to use. You can have a tiny lot size or a bigger lot size. Because what you can do, of course, is have set the medium risk lot size smaller, and then do your manual trade. So you could use a different lot size for. It's fine. The lot size thing. Okay, if the trade is open, the comment will change to ST from ST robot. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the trades, and I can show you them. Right, you see that one that says ST robot? That's actually SignalTrader. The order manager will work exactly the same on that trade. Okay, all the robot is doing is basically seeing. You have to keep the web page open, by the way, because the robot's actually built into the web page. So what it is, it's seeing a trade setup. It's sending the ST robot trade into the SignalTrader software, and then the SignalTrader's managing it as if you placed it as a manual order. So it's exactly the same as SignalTrader manages the trade. Exactly the same. There's no difference at all. let's move that over there. So that's another good question. Excellent questions. So yeah, so basically, when the trade is open, the trade comment will stay as ST Robot. The website does have to be running all the time, because what it does is when it refreshes the pages, it pulls the latest orders in and has a look at them and sees whether or not it needs to actually place the order directly, and then the order gets picked up by MetaTrader 4. This is why I like to have a VPS, because you can just leave it on. You can. So I have, this is a obviously I've got a Mac, so I've got a Windows VPS. If you want a Windows VPS, I use a specific Forex VPS, but you can use any old virtual private server. But the Forex, it's on my daily forextrader.me site. Go down the page on the right hand side, about halfway down. There's a link to where you can get a VPS for. I always recommend running this sort of system. If you're running robots, definitely want to be running in a VPS. The other advantage of having a VPS is that you can access it from your iPad or your mobile phone, and also it's not reliant on. I mean, I have problems with my cat walking on my keyboard, and you don't have that sort of problem because, of course, it's running 24/7. So yeah, the website has to be open all the time, because the website's basically looking at the data that it's getting from the MetaTrader 4 system. And then when it comes in here, it'll get an order in here, and it'll go, whoa, that one fits, and place the order. Yes. Okay, so excellent. Next question for anyone who's got any more questions. Otherwise, I shall stop the recording if I can find the button. Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to just when I open the chat and the stop. Oh, that's all right. Okay, right. So so if anyone's got any more questions, the other thing is, don't forget, you can always chat in the Skype chat. Getting used to this. Really looking forward to seeing more of these SignalTrader order trades. You can carry on using SignalTrader just as a manual system if you want to, with whatever you're doing, and you can use the robot. You can just use the robot. You can just use a manual trade system. You can use bits of SignalTrader if you like them, like it, like certain bits of it with another trading system. That's fine. That's no problem. That's the thing about it, is designed to be a complete trading system for whatever way you sort of want to trade. But if you're busy and you don't want to spend your life looking at charts, the robot's kind of a good way of choosing some pretty good trades. You won't win all of them, but it's got some nice targets. Okay, right. Excellent question. How do you make your comment field appear in the trade tab? Okay, so what you do is you right click that. You see the columns there, and you see that it says comments. Just click on that. Now, if I turn it off, I'll right click it, turn it on. Comments. That's how you do it. I'll get that out of the way. That's how you make the comments show. Okay, so you just right click the title bar, and then it's got different options as well. The other thing I do is I change the profit to points, which is just a tenth of a pip, because I think pips are more relevant. You know, when people go, "Oh, I made $450 today," well, it's pretty irrelevant if they've got a $2 million account and they actually only did 5 pips with a really high lot size. It's irrelevant, but it's much more relevant if they say, well, actually, I made 500 pips today. Now that's much more interesting, because it doesn't matter what the lot size is; it's irrelevant. It's the money is not as important as the lot size, as the pips, I think, for what it's worth. Yes. Okay. Any more questions? I should have some little music to go in the background while people are typing. Oh, that was a little Euro yen. It's SignalTrader still saying that you look at Euro yen, GBP Aussie. Okay, right. Okay, I think we're kind of done. I just got a gold signal from GBP Aussie. Let's go have a look at it. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on it. Yep. So what have we got? Yep, we've got a congestion-based trade. It might get up there, I suppose. It's got a nice target. It's having a fight, but I wonder if SignalTrader has actually placed that trade. No, it hasn't. Okay. So I could go ahead and put that on, but there's no gold in it. I'll let the robot. Well, I'll wait for the robot to see if the robot likes it, but I'm not that keen on that trade. Let's have a look at it in here. Yeah, it's not listed here yet. Let's refresh this page. Oh, yep, there is GBP Aussie. But you see what? Yes, no. No, I won't be taking that one. Okay. Right. The SignalTrader no longer deletes orders. Okay. Only because we had times I found where, well, there's a couple of reasons. Firstly, is that sometimes the signal that we get with a congestion and a gold order is valid, but it becomes invalid and then it becomes valid again. And we missed out on loads of really good trades because technically they're becoming invalid. They hadn't been valid orders anymore. So there is a little bit of hand holding you have to do with SignalTrader. You've got to look. I'd say, I mean, I'm in a bit of an addict, so but I review my trades. I do things like if we're coming up to, let's like non-farm payrolls, you definitely don't want to have a pile of trade orders sitting on when non-farm payrolls hits, because it could actually take all the orders, whipsaw, and cost you a lot of money. So you will take all the orders off. Sometimes, I generally get up in the morning. First thing I do, have a look at my orders, see what's on, see if I agree with them, see if I like them. If I don't like them, then I'll take the ones off I don't like. Doesn't do that. He just leaves it all on. Doesn't pay any attention at all. Well, he does pay some attention, but no, it doesn't delete. Yeah, I don't know if he pays attention at all. Right, absolutely. To stop the robot, just change it on the website. It won't delete your orders, okay, that are on your MetaTrader 4. So, for instance, let's say it suddenly generates 6 orders, and you think, I don't want any more orders right now. We've got 6. So you can go in and turn it off on the website, and it won't generate any more orders. Then you can go and have a look through those orders, and you might like to take some of them off if you don't like them. So that's it. Yeah, just change it on the website. So you just go in here, change that robot mode to no, hit update, and it'll stop running. The robot won't work anymore. So that's quite useful. That's good. Good question. I can't think of any more answers. So, any more questions? yeah, it is. So, so you can see how it all works. So, SignalTrader now has evolved into something where it does manage every part of the trade from the point that where's the entry, where's a valid exit for it, something like that. But the targets are very important. The white dotted lines, the next white dotted line, that's very important. Look how many times it's broken this one. Boing, it bounces off it. So you want to, so if you want to have your target there because it's going to bounce off it, you see, and then you'd stop out there and you'd only get like 4 pips. So targets are very important with this because of the way that the order management works and stock management works. Oh, there is some other things as well. SignalTrader's got a thing now that if you once your trade is in profit, it will hold the. Thanks, Si. I'll read that out in a minute without the swear word because obviously I'm recording. SignalTrader there's a couple of things with the new order manager that SignalTrader will do. Once your trade is inside the entry, it won't let it go back out again. Okay, so it should protect you from losing trades like that. What else? There's something else about it. Anyway, so yeah, SignalTrader will keep you out of that trade until it feels that there's enough. That makes it sound human. Until it feels that there is enough power in the market to actually go somewhere. Okay. Now sometimes that you get a fake. All right. Well, it's not really a fake. What happens is the big boys come in, but nobody else joins in. Volume momentum is not using volume momentum, which I can't say. It's actually using the currency meter, which is something else, which is calculated based on 2 other things. one of which escapes my mind. Anyway, yes. So it actually uses the currency meter to work out when it's time to enter the orders, when it's time to let the order go, so to speak. So what it basically does, if you'll see it, where the well, for instance, let's look at this one here. Let's look at it. Let's look at a better one. Is that actually euro yen? The one I was looking at. Let's go have a look at euro yen. As soon as the markets are open, it runs. Yeah, it will run all the time. As soon as the markets are open, it kind of freezes while the markets are shut. Euro yen. What was I going to show you? Okay, I'll just show you a little bit about this. Right, so I'll show you a couple of things with the order manager and the way it manages trades. So notice here, look at the short. This is the short line here. You see how it's flat? It's not moving because there's nothing short in it. Okay, and then what happens is suddenly the short line comes to life and the long line stops. You see that? And it goes flat. Okay, and what's actually happening there is that there's not many sellers in it. In fact, at the moment the buyers are winning. So we should at a certain point the market will be in a position where you'll see the green line drop down behind the price. Okay, at the moment SignalTrader see how it's holding the entry away from the price. It's not time yet, although it looks like it isn't time yet. You'd be entering too early if you enter this at this point, but it's looking good and it's looking it might do it. You can see that there's the old witch's hat I used to talk about, a sort of witch's hat. It's quite an odd shaped one though, isn't it? So that's there. So that's it. So it's that's complicated. Okay, yes, that's it. Sai said, Cindy, there is okay, now you're testing me. There is I use a website if you want to see what the forex market open hours are. Not that one. Trading order. This one. I've got these websites. Forex market hours. It's called forexmarkethours.com. Quite a useful site. You can actually set up your time. So, for instance, this isn't one of mine. This is just some site out there. It's quite an interesting site. Forexmarkethours.com. If you can find your time zone. Where is it? Where's my time zone? There it is. Forex market hours. There you go. And you can also open it in a new window, so you can have it running over the top, so you can see what. There you go. So right now it's 2038, just coming to the end of the New York session, and then we're going to be in the start of the Asian session, which will finish at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So forexmarkethours.com. It's quite a useful little website. Yep, QLock. Yep, absolutely. You can do that. So you can get. There's an app called QLock that's free. If you're interested as well in this little tool I've got here, this is pretty neat. It allows me to draw on my screen because obviously MetaTrader hasn't got this random pen drawing thing. That's a free download as well. If you want it, ask me on the Skype group and I'll give you the web address for it. It's quite a useful tool. I've just seen that jump up. Oh, did you see that line? Yeah, you see that just jump up. See, SignalTrader is still holding it out, but I think that's jolly close to actually going. And if we get that, that'll be a nice little trade for the night. But I won't be awake to see it. Oh, that's me putting up the wrong thing. Okay. So any more questions or comments? So it's been really good. Oh, I didn't read that. What is? Love the way it stays out till the momentum is right. Marvelous, dear boy. Thanks, Si. You sound unusually posh. Okay. I think that's it. Unless anyone's got any other questions or comments. Andy, if you've got anything, anyone else? Otherwise, I'm going to end the recording. Find the button. Okay, I'm going to end the recording right now, and then this will go on our YouTube, and I'll post it on the Facebook page and on the blog as well. and so anyone can kind of have a look and see what we're up to.